is up, ladies and G-words? Welcome to my second channel. So someone asked me, I feel regret for everything in my life. I can't move past it. What do I do? I'm going to tell you my POV first of all. I don't feel regret. The reason why I don't feel regret is, number one, it's already happened. What's the point in dwelling on it? I just move on. Number two, anything that I know I could possibly have regret for, I've already thought about it. For example, when I moved to Dubai, I knew I'm not going to have time with my dog, who is old now, and I love her so much. But I knew I had to do this for me in my future. I knew I wouldn't have as much time in Australia. I knew I'm going to be so stressed out moving here, but I did it. So if I have regret for this, I have regret knowing that I'm not going to have as much time with my dog. That's just a waste of time. Like, there's no point in me thinking about that or dwelling or regretting it, because I consciously made that decision. And every decision you consciously make and you've accepted, it gets rid of the regret. You have to make peace with your decisions, especially the difficult ones. I know there are other things I will regret though, like I'm gonna regret spending more time, I'm gonna regret spending so much time on my phone, or maybe even working too much, which is a big regret for a lot of people. And I've come up with a method for this. So the first thing you need to do is think backwards. If you were on your deathbed right now and you look at your current life, what is everything you're going to regret? And that's how you're going to prevent feeling regret in the future. Maybe it's spending too much time on your phone when you could have spent that time calling your parents. Maybe it is working too much. Maybe it is sleeping in. Maybe it's even like not partying or like living your youth or being too hard on yourself. Work backwards. Think about everything that you are one day going to regret, and then come up with a plan to not feel that way anymore. If you want to do it, you can do it in my journal, The Life Formula. Guys, this is going viral right now because it is changing lives. And it is so cheap, and you can actually do all of that in here. You can rewire your brain, become more productive, manifest, gratitude, everything. We even have a section in here for doing like a life analysis, a mind analysis. Everything is in there. So anyways, regret is just a waste of time. You honestly need to be a little bit thick-skinned with this, because it is easy to fall into a trap of regret, especially when it comes to perhaps losing time with someone we loved. For example, my father, he passed last year, and when I was a child and I knew that his death would one day come, I really easily could have said, oh, I wish I called my dad more, I wish I spent more time with my dad. But as an adult, I had already made peace with those decisions that that's not what I was doing. So it would be pointless for me to then cry about it later as an adult, like it's simply done. And the only thing you can do if you feel like an immense amount of guilt or regret is to channel it into something else. Like, yeah, maybe your parent passed and you're like, I wish I gave them more attention, I wish I told them I loved them more. Go do that to someone else now. Like, you have to learn from that mistake and then channel it into something else. You didn't give that person love, okay, go give it to someone else. And now you don't have the opportunity to do it, go give it to someone else. You lost out on that relationship, you regret treating them that way. Hey, you can get rid of that guilt by maybe trying to apologize. They reject it, whatever, you did it for you. And then stop treating other people terribly and go treat other people better. Regret also depends on what you are regretting. So maybe it is not how you treated someone. Maybe it could be like a missed opportunity, or you wish you didn't work harder when you're a kid, or you wish you bought that crypto opportunity, or you wish that you bought that stock that your friend recommended you. Now you lost out on all this money. Bad time for the stock market. Let me tell you, I am not checking my portfolio right now. Anyways, you live and you learn. That's it. You live and you learn. You move on. I've seen people in their like who are dwelling on a mistake they made in their 30s. Oh my god, I could have been so rich now if I did this when I was in my 30s. If I bought that property, oh, we could be so rich. And it really like fucks them up, and they go on they're on their deathbed like thinking about this. You can't live life like that. That is actually the opposite of a growth mindset. You're keeping yourself small, and you're not even giving yourself the opportunity to grow and move forward. Every mistake, instead of regretting it, you just say, thank you, universe, thank you, God, for showing me this lesson so I can now move forward and be better and not make this mistake again. Because everything you go through is an opportunity for growth. And if you choose to just sit, regret, feel sorry for yourself, wallow, feel shame, you're keeping yourself stuck, possibly forever. That's actually one of my biggest fears, being on my deathbed, being like, oh, I regret this thing that I did when I was 20. There's nothing to regret, because also everything that happens is meant to happen. And also, if I consciously chose it, I'm not going to regret it. I consciously made this decision. If it's a stupid decision, fine, I did it. Let's move on, let's learn. You need to reframe regret as redirection. Start to see it differently. Start to change your mindset. Stop feeling sorry for yourself, bro. Get up and do something, freak. Have gratitude for what you still have. I've made so many mistakes. I'm a human, I'm not perfect, but I really accept the mistakes I've made, and I just really try to move on with it. Because you know what's gonna get me here to achieving my goals? It's actually failures. It's the failures along the way that's going to make you better. And everything, every challenge, every lesson, everything put in our pathway, it's there for a reason. It's a tikkun. We're meant to grow from it. And guess what? If you don't learn from it, the cycle is going to repeat, you guys. So you better start learning from it. If it's about a relationship, oh, I regret in not working out with this person. I regret being like avoidant and like fucking it up. Stop romanticizing the past. It is the past for a reason. Now, you have two options. You can try and go get that person back and make amends, or you can continue to regret for the rest of your life. And guess what? This option challenges your ego a lot. This one keeps you safe and it keeps you in a place of not growing. So if you feel like you really fucked up with a person, go try and get them back. Actually, if you think they're good for you, go try and get them back. You need to take action on regret. You can't just sit in regret. Go take action. Even stock market. Okay, I regret not getting that stock. I missed out on Bitcoin. There's huge opportunity. Go find the next opportunity. This is a scary piece of advice for you. Guess what? No one cares and the world keeps on moving. Your biggest fear should actually be you staying stuck and you being the exact same person and not moving forward while the whole world moves on without you. The whole world has moved on from their regret, and here you are thinking about it. To me, that's scary. The world leaving you behind and you're just wallowing in your bed over regret. Especially if you're regretting about something that you can't change or someone that doesn't care about you. Feeling bad doesn't fix anything. You need to take action or you need to get the fuck over it. So don't act like your life is over because you regret this thing, or I feel really guilty. Sometimes being guilty is actually a way for us to feel like we're a good person almost. If you did something bad to someone, sometimes I feel like you want to feel guilt, because feeling guilt can almost make you acknowledge that, oh, I'm a good person because even though I did that bad thing, I feel guilt over it, so I must be good. Let me wallow in this guilt. Let me wallow in this shame. But there's no point. Like, you got to get over it. You need to be a bit thick-skinned and move on. You can still have everything you want, guys, as long as you change your mindset. So stop being a loser. Stop regretting. Use the list method I gave you earlier, where you think about what happens when you're on your deathbed. If you were to die tomorrow, what are you going to regret? Look at how your day is. By the way, you can actually do this in here. There's a day evaluation, a life evaluation. Look at how your day is. What are you going to regret? It's very easy. I bet you can come up with 10 things you're going to regret. And if you can't, congratulations. You're living life the way you want to live life. And also, if you can figure out the things you're going to regret, I 100% guarantee you this is going to shortcut your way to not only success, but happiness. Because the things we regret doing every day, we know it. We feel shame, even though it's not conscious, it's unconscious. If I wake up late, I feel shame. If I go on my phone, actually, I feel shame. When I don't do these things, I know I'm not going to regret it, and I feel happier already. I feel happier because you're also standing on business and you're showing up for yourself and you're proving to yourself that I can do it. So cut out the things that make you feel shame. Perhaps you've been saying, every day for 2 years, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. And you never do it. So you don't even trust yourself to get something done. And you feel shame and regret over that. But you know, you can change everything today. You can make the decision to change and everything will be different if you want it to be. And if you don't change, perhaps you don't even want to change. You're just saying to yourself, I want to change. Or you're consuming media that's like, how to change your life, how to change your life. And if you don't do anything, you don't want to change. I said there's not a lot of things I have regret over, but one thing, you guys, I regret is my hair. I have the most beautiful, long, beautiful, healthy hair that was down to here. And then guess what? I went to a hairdresser in Dubai in August last year. This woman, you know what she did? I asked, I want to cut this much. She's like, yeah, we'll cut this much. You know what she did? She moved my hair to the front like this. And in the mirror from the front, she went, she cut off this much of my hair. My hair was so butchered, you guys. But you know, in the moment, I actually wanted to cry. I actually think I dissociated a bit because I loved my hair. But I was like, it's already done. Like, it's done. I can't wallow about this. Like, I just have to grow it back. Then I went to my hairdresser in Australia, and he was like, yeah, it's actually impossible for any trained hairdresser to do this, because he couldn't even figure out the way she cut it. He was like, she definitely did this on purpose to you. And you know, I still feel rage to this day, and I'm like, wow, imagine if I didn't go to the hair salon, because I didn't even need a haircut. Imagine if I waited 1 week and I went to my hairdresser in Australia, and I would have this like beautiful hair now, because I feel like I haven't had a freaking good hair day since then. And even, you see the ends, they're so, it hasn't grown back properly, and it's been like 6 months. And yesterday I found this video of myself with my old hair, and I was like, wow, you never know what you have till it's gone. And honestly, I was feeling a little bit of regret again, but I'm like, nah, this is like pointless. I'm gonna move on. So you know what I did? I'm gonna commit to growing my hair and massaging my scalp. I got some hair vitamins. I'm just moving on. That's already done. It's in the past. I still feel anger towards her, but it's done. And one thing I also was saying was, I just choose to not identify with my hair. I had to challenge my ego and my confidence and be like, okay, I still feel good even though I don't have my long hair, it's gonna grow back, whatever. I am not my hair. And then I moved on. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time on my second channel.